What's up, guys? It is Sam here, and I wanted to give an update on my Instagram story ads. But before I do that, I gotta set this tripod up properly so you guys can see. Okay. So I have been testing, to give you a little bit of context, Instagram story ads through Facebook Manager. My contact is extremely dry. I apologize. And I finally found a piece of content that was converting. Basically, the first 6, 7, 8 pieces of content that I ran, I just had no idea what the fuck I was doing. The whole point of this process is to learn. So I found a piece of content that was converting, and that one I put through. So let me start from this beginning. Okay, so I am working on creating a online source of income that is large enough to cover my minimum burn rate, and that the target I'm shooting for is about $100 a day, which my minimum burn rate is about 30% less than that. But I just want to make sure that I'm covering all my bases if I were to forget something, because I will have to pay for health insurance, and I'm not factoring that in. So $100 a day is what I'll currently shoot for, and then work on increasing that. And I know, I have a feeling at some point I will, it'll be a valuable thing to have, learning how to run ads through Facebook Manager. With the amount of detail you can get in here is absolutely insane. So I'm still learning. I don't know exactly what the difference between a campaign and an ad set is versus the ad. So I think they're all just like subsets of like a tree. So, and anybody who actually knows can please let me know down below in the comments what the actual difference is. But just from running them so far, I'm going to draw a little diagram here so you get to see. So you can actually have multiple ADs, and then from each one of these you can have ads. So this is my interpretation, right? Mind my awesome handwriting, is that you have campaigns, which is like the most high level thing. It kind of encompasses all of the ad sets. So I don't know what the campaign, I'm not sure. So I'm trying to figure out so that I can figure it out for myself. But the campaign would be like maybe the objective, the overarching thing that's trying to get accomplished, where the ad sets, so within a campaign you can have multiple different ad sets. Ad sets is like, as far as I know, the targeting. So it's demographic and psychographic, different ways of targeting. And you can do geographically speaking as well. And then within each ad set, you can do, as far as I know, multiple ads. So I haven't got that far yet, but I'm still learning how all of this works. Okay, so maybe this is my 10th or 12th or something like that ad. I'm doing about $1 per day in the other sources of income. So I just actually made a video. I have 5 sources of income online. It's one of the previous videos. If you look on the channel and watch it, I talk about the different sources of income and how much I am making. So that for the month of March is around $1.50 per day on average that I'm making. So I'm spending about $1 per day on average through Facebook ads just to learn how to do it, and that income subsidizes this cost. And so currently, right now, I have the ad originally ran with nothing, no copy, nothing at all, and and I got, the cost per click was 65 cents. And then I changed and I added call to action, and I took out women because women weren't converting on it, and then it went down to 62 cents. and then I added in some more targeting and went down to 40 cents per click. So these dollar amounts are per click. And today, I just decided, so now I'm testing these last two is the one, each iteration, then I'll run both ads for maybe 2 or 3 days, and then I'll shut one off and continue to run the other one, whichever one's more successful. So with each new iteration, it is a lower cost per click that I'm getting. The reach is going down, but the actual number of clicks is staying about the same. I changed where I'm driving the traffic to. So there's 3 areas that I changed. I changed the call to action, the actual verbiage. The creative stayed the same. The website I'm sending them to is actually going to YouTube, to an associated video of mine, because I wanted to do that for 2 reasons. I can actually track that once they get to YouTube, and I think that the long tail on YouTube is much greater than the long tail on Instagram. And that comes because of a couple reasons, right? If, from an SEO standpoint, like if you were to watch one of the videos on YouTube, then there's a higher probability that one of my videos will get served in your feed in the future at some point because you watched one of them in the past. There is a chance that you will subscribe. By the way, you should subscribe if you find this interesting or you want to follow along this journey. There's also the chance that you could click on a link in the description for whether it be Amazon or Robinhood or Airbnb or something, and click on one of those, which would be in a referral, some type of income, more than likely, if something actually happens at the end of that. Or click on one of the other social in the description that would bring you to some other platform. Or subscribe, as I mentioned, subscribing was part of it. Or the people who do subscribe, watching multiple series of content in the future. So like plus the initial driving traffic over there watching that ad, right? And then associated ads in the future for people who don't subscribe, then associated ads for people who do subscribe into the future. Like, I just feel like it's a fat tail. So what I mean by that, if you know statistics, you know what a normal bell curve looks like, and I'll show you. Something like that. That would be like a normal bell curve. So if you say that you have something that has longer tail, then it would be something more like that, right? And this is what I mean by the tails. The tails are wider. There's more dispersion around the mean. These are things if you like numbers. So that's why I decided to switch it there. And with YouTube, I can track the results a little bit better, I feel like, in terms of the actual external traffic going to YouTube from these, like, you know what I mean? It's 16 clicks for the one that's getting 40 cents right now. So if I'm driving 16 clicks, I get to see that, and I get to see if it's growth, and I get to see the quality of the person that I'm driving, meaning if I compare the external source or just all sources of traffic for the YouTube videos, right? And YouTube itself is driving traffic, and they're watching on average 1 minute and 40 seconds. And then the traffic that I am driving is 3 minutes and 20 seconds on average. Then the quality of the traffic driven that I'm driving is much greater, if that makes sense. So I wanted to be able to see that aspect of the quality of the targeting to see what result I'm getting. Because I'm not selling anything, that's the way I'm going to gauge it. Anyways, the last piece of thing that I changed was with the ad set, and I increased the number of interests and increased the number of things where they have to like both things, quite a tremendous amount, adding maybe 10 or 15 more areas, which is just like the number of interests like fitness, personal training, bodybuilding, Ronnie Coleman, like Kai Green, Phil Heath, like just a shitload of them, probably like 20 actually. And I just went live with that. So we'll see over the next few days. I'll give another update first how this is converting and the cost per click on Facebook, but also the actual results on YouTube. So if you want to actually bear with me, I can pull up the current traffic results for, say, the last 28 days of external traffic, and I will be able to see how much, what the starting point is for Instagram. So Instagram actually comes up as two different things on here, I believe. So I'm going to try to pull up both of them so that I can aggregate them together. And it looks like it's not coming up that way anymore. But before it was coming up as two separate sources, Instagram Online and then Instagram Mobile. They showed up as two external sources, but now it's just showing up as Instagram. So the total amount of watch time on average from Instagram, and I'm going to actually put this into a spreadsheet to track this, over the last 28 days is a minute and 45 seconds. So nothing great. There's been 29 views, but the average amount of time is a minute and 45 seconds. So I want to see if I can increase that through driving traffic over there. Anyways, appreciate you guys. If you guys have any thoughts or interesting ways I might be able to improve on these, let me know down below in the comments. I'm super curious to learn. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to support the channel and you have shit to buy on Amazon, click on the link in the description. It helps the channel out. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day.